Like damn, she wanna afford to touch me. I say I want it, and she got it.
What's good? It's your boy Jay. That's me. Let's dive into Monday Night Raw from June the 24th, 2024. A pretty okay show for the most part. Pretty okay show. Pretty good show. Love the Wyatt 6 stuff. So we kick the show off with Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre comes out and he gets on the mic. He mentions why he attacked CM Punk. He said that he prayed for this and the big man made it happen. So Drew McIntyre said he had to get revenge on CM Punk for what he did at Clash at the Castle. So McIntyre said he just didn't take Punk's dignity. He also took a fan-made bracelet with Chicago colors with the names of Punk's wife on there, as well as his dog Larry. It's priceless. So Drew McIntyre said he's going to enter in Money in the Bank. Punk will watch alone in pain and misery. McIntyre will win the match. McIntyre knows what it feels like to be alone when Punk screwed him. The roster and management accepted him despite Drew McIntyre's warning. Drew McIntyre isn't alone now. And then he puts on the bracelet. McIntyre says he has Punk's wife and dog now in his corner. At Money in the Bank, he'll win the contract and cash in that night. Punk will watch alone in pain and misery with Punk's family in his corner. Drew McIntyre will become World Heavyweight Champion in spite of Punk's nonsense. So that was great. Pretty good little promo. I do like that. I love what they're doing with Drew McIntyre. Really good stuff. This kicks ass. I am very excited for this. Drew is really one of the ones who should win Money in the Bank for sure. Hands down, it makes sense. Moving on. So, a black SUV pulls up into the garage. Chad Gable steps out. He's got security watching his back after what went down last week with the Wyatt family. Moving on. So Kelly Kelly, she's outside of Chad Gable's locker room, surrounded by security. She wants to get a comment from Chad Gable about his Money in the Bank qualifying match. Kelly Kelly says many WWE superstars were shocked that Chad Gable will still be in action tonight. She wants to find out his injuries at the hands of the Wyatt 6. Okay. Alright, that's cool, I guess. Moving on. So Jackie Redmond, she has a backstage interview with Little Big Kaiser. Kaiser wants to forget about Sheamus. Kaiser says Braun Breaker is strong, explosive, and fast. Kaiser experienced it last week, but tonight he'll prove that he's destined for greatness. Kaiser's going to show the world that Braun Breaker is no Ludwig Kaiser. Okay, awesome. First match of the night, Braun Breaker versus Ludwig Kaiser. Sheamus got involved, caused the DQ. He hit a nasty knee. And I think Ludwig is injured, basically. That's what it seems like. He's being taken out of the Money in the Bank. It was just going to be basically like a qualifier match, so he's basically out. So we wish him a speedy recovery. But that knee was fucking badass that Sheamus did. That shit was crazy. And Braun Breaker continues to be an ass-kicking machine. This was great. He worked as a babyface in this match, even though he's a heel. But Braun Breaker kicks ass. Moving on. So the Judgment Day, they're playing 2K24. To Damien Priest, he walks in. So Dirty Dom says all these gifts are from Liv Morgan. Dominik Mysterio shows that she got his phone number and holds up a picture. She sent him. The entire Judgment Day looks at it. Carlito is stunned, and Breezy says that's cool, which is great, which is funny. So Priest admonishes Carlito. Damien Priest says that Dominik Mysterio will have to explain to Rhea Ripley how Liv Morgan got his number. Damien Priest tells Dom to find a way to end this tonight. As for the rest of the Judgment Day, he wants them to concentrate on Braun Strowman, who's had their numbers for these last few weeks. Instead, they can enjoy their game, and then they agreed to take out Braun Strowman. Okay, that's fine. Moving on. So, Braun Breaker, he's walking backstage. He's police knocking on Adam Pearce's office. So Adam Pearce answers angrily and asks what his problem is. Braun Breaker says he's tired of people getting in his business. He would have beaten Kaiser if not for Sheamus. He would have beaten Sheamus last week if not for Kaiser. Braun Breaker wants a match against Sami Zayn for the IC Championship. Adam Pearce tells him to calm down. So Sami Zayn walks into play, standing behind him. Sami Zayn says no one's standing in his way right now. Anytime, any place. Breaker just needs to name it. Breaker then challenges into a title match at Money in the Bank. Sami Zayn says, hey Adam, you tell Braun Breaker he's got his match. Adam Pearce makes the match official. And Braun Breaker says, menacingly, I'm going to destroy you. This is fucking awesome. I love Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker should absolutely destroy Sami Zayn. Put him on a damn stretcher. Braun Breaker is that dude. Because Sami Zayn doesn't need the Intercontinental Championship. He just doesn't need it. And I don't know what else you can do with Sami Zayn, but he does not need to be IC champion at this point in time. Moving on. So Lara Valkyria, she wins her Money in the Bank qualifying match. She defeated Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane came to work. She came to put on her working boots. She kicked ass in this match. Shayna Baszler's just there. So Lara winning makes the right... Well, it was the right decision. So, yeah. Moving on. Drew McIntyre. He's backstage arguing with Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce says everyone has to qualify for a Money in the Bank match, especially someone who quit last week. Adam Pearce says Drew McIntyre doesn't deserve a spot after all the disruptions he's caused. McIntyre says he hasn't deserved all those things that CM Punk's done to him. McIntyre says he has faith that Pearce will do the right thing or he'll find the meaning of disruption. And then McIntyre charges off, which is great. So Liv Morgan comes in. She smiles. And she's looking for Dom. Okay, that's cool. So this is fine. I love what they're doing with Drew McIntyre. Again, he still continues to kick ass. Moving on. So Liv Morgan comes out. And she's trying to seduce Dom some more. She wants to give Dom some more gifts and everything else. So Zelina Vega, she comes out. She said she's got a gift for everyone, which is to shut Liv Morgan the hell up. Zelina Vega doesn't know why Liv Morgan is obsessed with Rhea Ripley's sloppy seconds. And so they continue to job back and forth, both ladies, Liv Morgan and Zelina Vega, for a small bit. Out comes Dom. He got booed out of the building like he always does. A massive sloppy seconds chant breaks out. Dom says that if Vega's going to fight for the Women's World Champion, he wants to help. Dom knows that Zelina Vega has had differences with Mommy, but he rarely see anyone but Liv Morgan hold that title. And then Zelina Vega starts to talk trash to Dom. So Liv Morgan, she attacks Zelina Vega from behind. Ray comes out and gets Liv Morgan off of Zelina Vega. Then Ray bumps into his son by accident. And then Zelina Vega backs Ray into his son. Dom then shoves Ray down. And then Liv looks pleased and then chases after Dom. So this is great. I love this. This is a really cool kick-ass segment. Zelina Vega's good on the mic. But it's sad that both these women are 5'1" at best. Or maybe even 5 foot even. Maybe exactly 5 feet. I'm going to say 5'1". Damn. But it is what it is. moving on. So, Kathy Kelly, she's able to get in touch with Adam Pearce, who gives us an update on Chad Gable. Adam Pearce says that Chad Gable is shaken, but he's medically cleared to compete. She asked about Chad Gable's mental state. Adam Pearce says he's not in position to talk about that, but Chad Gable is focused on tonight. Moving on. So we get a video package going over Seth Rollins, him coming back. Seth Rollins says that he sacrificed his well-being for something that he loves. And then we see footage of Seth Rollins rehabbing his knee and training. And then that was it. So I don't know why we got this. It is what it is. It's kind of weird, but hey, it's the fucking Triple H era. So it is what it is. Moving on. So Dom, he's walking backstage. Liv Morgan chases after him. Dom tells Liv to leave him alone. Liv wants to thank him for saving her from his deadbeat dad. Dom says he didn't save her. He did it because he doesn't like his dad and raised a deadbeat, and the Mysterio storms off. So Liv is still there. R-Truth comes in. He's talking to her about Tom and Nick Mysterio, saying he's got a soft spot for them. R-Truth knows that they're playing hard to get. Liv Morgan wants to get Mysterio a match against his father next week, but she hopes he can get his friends a World Tag Team title match tonight. R-Truth appears smitten with Liv and says that he's one half of the Tag Team Champions. R-Truth agrees to the match even though he doesn't like JD McDonough and his big head. Liv Morgan tells R-Truth to make sure Adam Pearce signs off on the match. Okay. This actually does make sense. Not really all that important, though. Pat McAfee wasn't there for whatever reason, but they're playing out the whole Wyatt stick stuff, so he'll be there next week. Miz was on commentary most of the night, so this is, pretty good. This is a good role for Miz to be in after he's done with wrestling. I think that'd be a good transition role for him to be in. I could even see Miz being a producer as well. I think that would be pretty cool. That would kick ass. Moving on. So, Chad Gable, he comes out. Chad Gable asked the crowd if they believe in miracles because rumors of his demise were greatly exaggerated. He was bludgeoned and left for dead by monsters last week, but Chad Gable can't be killed. Chad Gable lives. And in an act of true bravery, he decided to come out and face 2 more monsters. Much like last week, he'll be victorious and become Master in the Bank. So Chad Gable defeats Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed. The Judgment Day, they got involved in the match. They beat the shit out of Braun Strowman, took him out the match, and Chad Gable gets the win via the moonsault on Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed, I'm not a fan of him, but he needs to go back to NXT. All right. I don't understand why Triple H continues to keep him on the roster. It doesn't make any sense. He's not gonna do jack shit with him at all. So why even, waste everyone's time? You're not gonna do anything with him. I don't know. Moving on. So, post-match, that's when the lights went out. Nikki Cross, she appeared. Who is Sister Abigail. So, she picks up a box. She walks over to Michael Cole, gives it to him. And then the security guards who were protecting Michael Cole, they were laid out. So, Michael Cole says the security guards were laid out. During that segment, Michael Cole says that the box was addressed to Pat McAfee. Michael Cole nervously opens the box and pulls out a VH tape and says, "Play me." Michael Cole explains to the young audience what a VHS is. I think everybody knows what that is. Come on, bro. Come on. Seriously. He gives it to someone in production to play. Okay. Moving on. So, Chad Gable, he's walking nervously backstage. He knocks on the door. So, the rest of the Alpha Academy, they emerge. Gable says last week was terrifying, but all he has is his family. It takes a big man to admit when he's wrong. Chad Gable says he stepped over the line and apologizes. Chad Gable says families fight, but stick together. Otis says anyone who hurts Maxine Dupree or Akira Tozawa isn't family. Otis is sorry what happened to Chad Gable, but he meant what he said when they were done. Maxine says that Gable really hurt Otis, but they're glad that he's okay. Maxine says they just need some time. She says she'll talk to Otis. Chad Gable looks nervous. The Creed brothers and Ivy Nile, they walk up to check in on Chad Gable. Chad Gable says he's not all right and needs a lot of help. Okay, so this sets up the new formation of the new Alpha Academy with the Creeds, Ivy Nile, and Chad Gable. That's fine. All signs point to this, so yeah. We'll see how this stuff goes. Moving on. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, they defeated KC Squared. So that's fine. Post-match Damage Control, they came out, they beat the shit out of the tag team champions. Don't really care. Moving on. So Damien Priest goes to the Judgment Day clubhouse. So Liv Morgan, she walks out. Damien Priest hosted Dirty Dom, has finished it. But Finn Balor is the only one that's there. Damien Priest says this looks sketchy. Finn Balor thought that Damien Priest had gone home, but he doesn't appreciate the accusations. Finn Balor says Liv Morgan wanted to tell them that she got Dom a match against Ray next week. As for tonight, she got Finn Balor and Jay McDonough a World Tag Team Championship match. It doesn't matter how they got the match as long as they won the titles. Finn Balor can take what he can get. Liv Morgan seems too good to be true. Damien Priest says that sounds right. Damien Priest says he'll handle his business and wishes Finn Balor in their title match. Okay, who gives a damn? Moving on. The Miz, he finds R-Truth backstage and hopes he doesn't find Adam Pearce. R-Truth says he did and wonders why Miz isn't in his gear. Miz says he's been on commentary for the past hour. R-Truth says he did it for love. Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio remind him of rom-com. Miz says this is about them. R-Truth says he only likes Miz as a friend and walks off. Alright, who gives a shit about this comedy shit? Moving on. Seth Rollins comes out. And he puts over the Royal Rumble coming to Indianapolis in 2025 next year. It'll be in February, whatever reason. That's weird. So Seth Rollins then puts over Damien Priest and everything else. So Damien Priest, he comes out, and he and Seth Rollins, they basically agree to a gentleman's agreement that if Damien Priest loses, he must leave the Judgment Day, and Damien Priest basically accepts. But if Seth Rollins loses to Damien Priest, he can no longer challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship. That's what it basically came down to. And then they shook hands. Gunther came out. He put both guys over. He says whoever wins, it's not going to really matter because they're going to be a much lesser man when they step into the ring with him at SummerSlam. So this is basically just setting up Seth Rollins to defeat Damien Priest, which will put an end to the Judgment Day storyline. And then Seth Rollins more than likely would drop it to Gunther at SummerSlam, more than likely. That's really where all this is heading, but it is what it is. Moving on. So, Michael Cole says they're to track down an old VHS machine, and they're going to show contents of the tape that was delivered. So the screen does the typical Uncle Howdy stuff. So Uncle Howdy asks if someone feels happy. How have you been since the loss? Do you feel as though you've been forgotten? Do you remember who you are? Bo Dallas is shown and says he's nobody. Uncle Howdy asks, how does it feel? How did it feel when your brother died? Bo Dallas says it felt like the most important thing was taken away from him, as nothing would matter again. Howdy asks if Dallas is exploiting his brother's legacy. Bo Dallas says he's always wanted to be like his brother. Bo Dallas looked up to Bray and wanted to be him. Bo Dallas worked his entire career so he could be next to him. They were going to rule together. They made it. They had it. Bo Dallas sadly says, then it was taken away from him. Taken away from me. No one on earth feels like he feels at this loss. What was he supposed to do? Become a mausoleum? Bo Dallas can't let people forget what he stood for. They wanted to forget about them all. Bo Dallas says they made them all remember. Uncle Howdy sarcastically smiles and says, yes, we did. And then Uncle Howdy's shown sitting across from Bo Dallas. This was great. This actually explains their mission statement and what they're about. They just want to uphold Bray's legacy. So they are basically a babyface faction, and I do like this. This was absolutely excellent. Really, really good shit. At some point, they have to get to the ring and wrestle. That'll probably happen around SummerSlam. So that's the way I see this going. But this is fine. Moving on. So, Karrion Kross defeats Kofi Kingston. AOP beat the shit out of Xavier Woods in the back. Who cares? Moving on. Main event of the evening. The Judgment Day, which is Finn Balor and Jenny McDonough. They defeated Awesome Truth, R-Truth, and The Miz. Liv Morgan got involved towards the end of the match. She basically hugged R-Truth, and then she snapped R-Truth's neck on the top rope, and this allowed for Finn Balor to hit a drop kick, followed by the coup de grace for the 1-2-3, and the Judgment Day, they win. So this is fine. This makes sense. Not really all that concerned about it. I don't really give a damn. The Judgment Day, to me, is a worthless stable. I like them as individuals, but as a stable, it's past time for the faction to break up. So, this was fine. Monday Night Raw was decent. So the Uncle Howdy stuff continues to kick ass. Seth Rollins, Damien Priest, that's pretty good. Drew McIntyre continues to be great as well. So we had a pretty good little decent show for the most part. But what did you guys think? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.